that. And then you must understand. Okay. But that's part of the fun. Chris, it's really, really good to know you as a friend. I think there's some very other good characteristics. Who else wants to add to Chris' good characteristics? Solomon, what do you say? I didn't think that was that difficult. Yeah. No, it's really for us a great privilege. Ima, I want for my part of this speech, I want you to look carefully at me because you won't see me this way very soon again. I had a real issue, a very tight throat moment when I heard I must have a tie on, but I eventually did. So yes, it's for you. You must feel very privileged. No. Actually, it's us that must feel privileged that we can be here. We really like to do this for you. When Chris gave me that message, I told him, and he asked me, can I perhaps make it to be at this wedding? You know, I'm from this faraway part of this country that called the Western Transvaal. It's almost like overseas or different, but it's fine. I've survived it. And, okay. Then I said, always. We'll make a plan. We'll be here. We'll be here for you, and we'd like to be here. And I think everyone around this fire here tonight has the same feeling. We would always like to be part of your circle, and we would like to bless you for this road ahead. I once spent 23 days with Chris on a bicycle road trip. That was the second one, down to the southern part of the Cape. It was sometimes quite a long 23 days, and can't say that I really, have sorted out all the things between us. But fortunately, I didn't have to marry him. I could go home after that. So what I want to tell you, it might take you quite a while to get to use things, but the fact is, we decided from our side also that we're friends. We would like to stick together. And I think a marriage is, Peter also touched on that, is almost like that. We can sit here with the best of intentions, but some say we must side. We're going to stick together. We're not going to leave this go. And of course, you can't do it out of your own powers. It's only the Lord that will give you the grace and the love to actually do that. And we bless you, and we with the blessings of our Lord, and pray that your marriage will be really a picture for the world of what He can do into people of from totally different circumstances, totally different background. But it's Him, it's not us. If you look at all the conditions, and we bless you, and we say, hold on. When there's something against you, just hold on to the Lord. That's the only thing that will make you survive. We're not strong enough for that. Okay, that is from my side, from my speech. I've done that now, and the next step. Elzette, we'd like to ask you, with all those things, to welcome Ima to the family. Yeah. And whatever you would like to say. Must I stand between you and Chris so that he doesn't interrupt you? Or will you sort him out?
Hierdie is 'n saak van gebed, want ek kan nie sien nie en ek kan nie onthou nie. Emma, maar dit kan ek ook doen. Okay, ek het so gedink. Okay. I must propose a toast to my mother. It's going to be a toast semi-speech. The first bit I'm going to say in Afrikaans, because I can't really translate it. Ek moet 'n huildronk instel. Nou in ons familie gaan dit 10-1 'n huildronk wees. Want ons blaas en ons oë is baie naby aan mekaar. Of jy slaan. Hulle wil my speech vat. Anyway, firstly, Mum, let's see. You are no longer the shortest in the family. You're no longer the shortest. It used to be a competition between my mum and Lisa. Now it's Ima. Ima, you're now officially the shortest one in the family. Welcome. What can I say about my mother? We grew up in a house where everything magically happened. We left in the morning, unmade beds, dirty clothing on the floor. We came back home. It was all picked up. The beds were made. Food was on the table. We had a big lunch in the afternoon. Clothes were washed, hung up, packed away, ironed. And in the meantime, she ran a nursery, not the baby type, the plant type. And she was writing plays for the town's entertainment. So I have no idea how she does it. Now being a mum myself, I appreciate it. Okay. Hier kom die huilgedeelte. Okay, bied vir my 'n bril. Okay. Someone very dear to me once told me, when you're hard working on your birthday, you'll be hard working all year long. And my mother was always hard working. There was never, I can't even really remember if we celebrated her birthday. I'm sure we did, but so always hard working. And I must say, maybe it's something that Chris saw in Ima as well, but I can tell she's extremely hard working. I have to, this week past, I had to really stop her. She just wants to wash the dishes and sweep the floor and make the beds. And so maybe he saw something there, but yeah. My mother and hard work, it goes hand in hand. And then Hans came along, almost exactly the same. He can do anything and everything. They obviously had this thing going where they could keep up with each other. And still to this day, they go and hike in the mountains 20 kilometers every Wednesday in the Helderberg or the Jonkershoek Mountains here in Stellenbosch. And they pretend they're not old. So thank you, Opa. Yeah. Opa Hans, thank you for keeping up with my mother, keeping her young, and yeah, from strength to strength. Okay, ek dink ek het 'n blad of 2 geskep. The other thing about my mother, she's a believer. Now, she always believes her children is going to be okay. In the greater scheme of things, we're not doing too badly, so we're going to be okay. And then obviously a believer in her God and her faith, always. And we can only learn from her in that way. And then she always believes she's going to win the lotto, which I really, really hope she does. And then also she really believed that this wedding is going to take place. Until the last minute, until Chris phoned and he said he's in the Philippines. He doesn't even have winter clothes with him because he didn't pack anymore. The wedding is not happening anymore. She believed. And it happened. So we can, Mom, you're a believer. Baie dankie, Ma. Oh, okay, now the toast part. So, Ma, mag ek 'n huildronk op Ma instel? Baie dankie Pa Hans wat altyd in haar sy is. Ma, moeder van die bruidegom. 'n huildronk op Elsa. Cheers. Dankie.
En die Elsa is lekker om kinders te hê, soos hulle nie. Thank you very much, Alzette. Now we ask Louis to give a toast on Chris's father. I think only a couple of us knew him. We will ask him, Louis. Morris van die kerk.
Al hierdie goeie wense en geloof van Elsa makes me think of a story I heard about an Irishman, Paddy, who was driving into a parking lot and he actually needed to get to the toilet very quickly. And he prayed, please God, give me parking space, and I will go to church every Sunday for the rest of my life. And by magic, a car pulls out, and he pulls in and says, don't worry, God, I found one. Wat 'n mens laat dink aan die gesegde, sorry, Ima, I've got to say this one in Afrikaans, aan die gesegde, oh no, English, the tears of gratitude dries very quickly. Elsa het my beloof as ek in my hart klap, as ek al laat huil. En ek gaan myself hard klap as ek huil. Morris van die kerk. Morris Napier van die kerk. Ek wonder of enigeen van sy kinders weet hoekom sy naam Morris Napier is. Nee. Morris, okay, gaan verder terug in die geskiedenis. Gerhardus Johannes van die kerk, jou oupa, wat jy nooit geken het nie. Het sy vrou in Stellenbosch ontmoet, Elisabeth Maria Ackerman, dogter van die mees bedonderde vrou in die hele Stellenbosch, Johanna Elisabeth Ackerman, wat 'n Lucieshuis gehad het, nie daai tyd nie, maar later, in Dorpsstraat nommer 108. En in 1933, toe kom Lily, dis wat hulle haar genoem het, my ma, by ouma Ackerman, en sê sy wil gaan trou. Met wie? Sê ouma Ackerman. Nooi van Kuilenburg. Sy sê met Gerhardus van die kerk. Wat doen Gerhardus van die kerk? Hy is in die army. Nou moet julle weet, ons praat nou van 1933. Herzog, my ouma se grootste vriend, en sy was nog 'n entjie verder regs as hy. Aan die ander kant generaal Smuts, waarvan Gerhardus van die kerk toe 'n soldaat is. My ouma sê, oor my dooie Afrikaner liggaam. Die twee gaan heen en besluit hoe hulle gaan die saak forceer. En in 1933 word sy verwagting. Hulle kom by ouma terug en sê, ouma, ma, ons gaan nou trou, want ons moet trou. En sy sê, nie eers Jan Smuts kon my forceer om enigiets te doen nie. En oor my dooie hertsgliggaam sal julle gaan trou. En sy jaag hulle uit die huise. Hulle gaan bly by twee liewe mense, my pa se suster en haar man, Morris Napier. En daar is Morris van die kerk gebore, met die name Morris Napier. Dit laat my dink aan 'n Alzetse storie. Sy het altyd gesê, sy gaan haar seun vernoem na haar pa Morris, toe trou sy met 'n Austin. En toe besluit sy, nee, ek kan nie my arme kind Morris Austin noem nie. My broer Morris van die kerk. Ek het een keer 'n baksteen op sy kop gegooi. Meneer Malang, wat 'n boer was langs Papagaaikop, het hom plat gery in Dorpsstraat. Hy het 2 keer sy arms gebreek in die 3de rugbyspan van Paul Roos. Hy het 1 keer van 'n bicycle afgeval toe hy afgery het van die halshoogte en sy nek ernstig beseer, maar na die motorongeluk